After a late-night vote passing overwhelmingly, Congress has given final approval to a temporary government funding package averting a nationwide shutdown.
Yeah, temporary.
Right.
President Biden has signed that short-term bipartisan bill that will keep the government open until early 2024. But what happens after that? Joining us now, Congresswoman Delia Ramirez, Illinois' 3rd District. Congresswoman, thank you for your time this morning and joining us again on the stream.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So the continuing resolution extends funding for the Department of Transportation, Housing, Energy, Veterans Affairs until January 19th, others through February 2nd. No details yet, though, on other appropriation bills. I mean, we're still waiting to hear on now. Are we going to continue to help Israel? Are we going to continue to help Ukraine, et cetera? Is this setting a stage for a budget battle after the holidays?
It certainly is. I mean, we've been in a budget battle since September at this point. Only 7 appropriation bills have passed the House. And here's the thing. Those budget bills have everything from a 28% cut, for example, in HUD, in transportation and housing, all the way to 58% in financial service and consumer protection. We know that the bills that have in fact passed, those 7, they'll never pass the Senate. I mean, the cuts would be so devastating to our communities. And so we're going to be coming back right after the holidays to try to start all over. And this latter CR of January 19th and February 2nd feels like, oh, well, we have about 6 weeks. But you and I both know between the holidays and the chaos you see in Congress, it's going to be here before we know it.
Absolutely. And, you know, we hear about government shutdowns, and we've been hearing about a looming shutdown multiple times over the years. And when you're sitting at home and you keep hearing this, it kind of can sound like white noise. But what's at stake here for everyday Americans if Congress cannot pass a long-term solution after that January-February timeframe?
Adrina, I was thinking about that exactly the same way. A couple of years ago, I'd hear it. I'm like, yeah, whatever. They said they have till midnight. They'll figure it out. It's not going to really impact us. I don't think it'll impact us. And now I'm deep in it, right? I mean, what it actually means for us, for example, there are 5,000 veterans in my own district. If by January 19th, we haven't been able to come to some kind of compromise, which, I mean, you see the extremists in Congress. This past week, one wanted to fight a Teamster president. The other one was accusing a former speaker about punching him in the kidneys. I mean, this is the craziness of Congress. And the seriousness of passing a budget doesn't seem to really have stuck with the Republicans because they're too busy fighting each other instead of asking themselves, what happens to 5,000 veterans in my district who would not have their benefits come January 20th if we don't pass a permanent budget? This is things that are going to impact everyday people. I mean, you're talking about WIC, you're talking about housing, you're talking about Social Security, and laddered. And half the time, no one knew what Speaker Johnson was talking about when he said, oh, I have a great idea, a laddered CR, a laddered continuing resolution. All that means is that certain parts of the government will shut down if we don't resolve it by the 19th and the rest by the 2nd. It's still looming government shutdown. If we can't actually sit down and begin compromising, 58% cuts, there's no compromise in that. There's no way we could do that. And so there's a lot at stake.
Governor Pritzker has said Chicago isn't prepared for the migrant crisis. I mean, he lambasted the city in certain terms yesterday. Cities across the U.S. are dealing with the same issues: housing, funding. You've urged your colleagues to not use immigrants as a bargaining chip in negotiations. But that's going to be part of the process, don't you think? It's a wedge issue. I mean, this is usually how Congress works. You know, it's horse trading. It is, you know. Why are you sending out that warning now? It almost presumes that it is going to happen. But you saying don't use it as a chip sends a message it's going to be used as a chip. Do you not think?
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. That there's an attempt or interest in doing so. So you heard me talk about the appropriation bills and the latter resolution. Separate from that, right after we come back from Thanksgiving, we are supposed to take up a supplemental budget package. And that is a lot of what you've been hearing: Israel, Taiwan, humanitarian aid. But part of the conversation that's been happening, that Republicans and Democrats have been having is, well, what's it going to take to get Ukraine funding into the supplemental? And what I've heard is that kind of horse trading with people's lives, with children. Well, you got to put border in there, and it has to be really bad. You have to include family detention. You have to make sure that you're building this wall, that you're deporting people immediately. And no, we're not sending money to cities like Chicago, New York. That level of bargaining with people's lives is dangerous, is unacceptable, and I'm not going to take it. I sent a letter just 2 days ago to leadership and said, if we're going to talk about immigration, we need to shift the conversation. We have 9 million job openings at any given time in this country. Expedited work permits so that people don't have to be in shelters is a way that we can address this issue in Chicago. Making sure that cities like Chicago have the funding, that 23 million, which is all they've received this year, that's a way to address this issue. So we're going to be following really closely, and we have solutions. We just have to be willing to work through them and get it done.
Congresswoman Delia Ramirez, representing Illinois District 3, thank you so much for your time and for being with us.
Thank you for having me.